If you ask him what his first name is, he'll tell you Devlin. If you ask him what his last name is, he will tell you Devlin. I don't really know why he goes by only one name, but I do know that he went through many of life's challenges and came out on the top. Devlin overcame drug addiction in his 20s, educated himself, built a loyal clientele, and launched a new business in the heart of the recession. His story is inspiring, his business is amazing, so let's just start at the beginning.
I was actually born in Reno, and then we moved to Northern California. And then from there, my folks divorced, and I was with my mom. We moved up to Washington State, went through school and high school, and from high school, I got out of school. I actually got a scholarship to college for track and field.
Really?
Yeah, I did 1 year of college, and track was good for me, but the schooling, it wasn't my gig. I went downhill pretty hard, you know, getting through some drug issues and problems, and then seeing some light. You know, I'm gonna go to school, I'm gonna make myself better, you know, and getting into that helped me, you know, pull out of it. And then some things went down and it was bad news, and believe it or not, that's what brought me to Reno. You know, my dad and my stepmom lived here, and my dad called me one day and he says, "Pack it, get down here." And then when I got here, he goes, "You got a one-way bus ticket anywhere in the United States if you don't clean up." And so I started school here. I transferred from Washington down here and cleaned up, but it was nasty, it was bad, you know. How long have you been clean? Well, I'm gonna be 40, so 20-something years.
Wow.
Well, yeah.
That's awesome.
This is showing up to work and knowing that I've got somebody to get to make somebody smile. That's probably my new drug of choice by far.
Once Devlin gets himself clean, he decides he wants to be a hairstylist. You can take one look at Devlin and see that he doesn't look like your everyday hairstylist.
I finally was watching my sister and my mother and my stepmom, and I knew that my grandma and my great aunt had done hair too. And I was working probably 32 days straight and exhausted, and I didn't want to play with that no more. And I told my mom, I said, "I think I'm gonna go to school." And she says, "Go back to school." I said, "Well, I think I want to do hair." She was the one that said, she said, "You know what, I was never gonna push you, but you'll do awesome."
So back then, was it normal for men to become hairstylists? Was that acceptable?
No. I mean, it was acceptable, but right off the get-go, you know, the first question, you know.
After working for many years as a hairstylist, Devlin decides to take a risk and go out on his own. He launches Rockstar Hair Studio at the worst possible time, but it turns out to be a big hit. 5 years in business and they are going strong, growing every year. My personal experience with Devlin tells me his success comes directly from his attitude towards his job and his belief that he's giving you a lot more than just a great haircut.
It's funny because I was thinking about this, and I remember you actually sitting in my chair, because you have businesses too, and we were chatting about this, and I'll never forget this, because we were talking about something and you looked right at me and you said, "Devlin, you know what? If you want something to change, then change something." And man, that just recorded in my head.
I'm responsible for this?
You're partly, yeah, because I did. I was ready for a change. I wanted this. I wanted this. I wanted to be able to handpick people that were able to do and duplicate not just hair, but what I do with people. And so I opened in the middle of '08. People said, or the end of '08, people go, "You're nuts." I go, "No, it's a perfect time." But,
so what do you think the key to your success has been? I mean, you did open during, you know, the worst part of the recession, even at the end of '08, and you know, you've not looked back once, and you've been growing and growing. And what do you think the key to that success has been?
A lot of it is surrounding yourself with the right people. You know, whether it be my clients or my coworkers are just awesome. They motivate me, they make me want to be better so that I can see them get better. Writing goals, constantly shooting for the stars, you know, even if you don't hit it, trying to. You know, it's not about being the best, it's trying to be better all the time. Because if you're better, you're trying to be the best. Once you're the best, there's nowhere to go. We give hugs, I love my clients. You know, it's on my menu, hugs are free. You know, and I see my coworkers hugging their clients, you know, and setting goals with their clients and actually loving them and encouraging them to come back. You know, it's really cool. It's 20% of what we do is hair. The other 80% is just really everything else. You know, about.
What's the experience like when someone gets here?
Oh, everything from, "Oh my God, you guys are a riot, next show's at 11," to, "This is actually really, it's true. You've been in here." Sometimes it's a rodeo, man, and sometimes it's a pop show. But more than anything, it's fun. It's fun, and people should look good and feel good about themselves, you know. It's very professional in the most fun way possible. I mean, I can't in words tell you what people feel, you know, the energy. I mean, we've got killer energy in here. It's really, it's awesome. You know, I can't wait to come to work. You know, it's not work to me, and it's something that I love. Oh gosh, this industry is forever. There's nothing, no one thing. It's knowing that, man, I've touched hundreds of thousands of people and made them feel good. I can remember a lady calling me and telling me thanks for helping me get my job. And I said, what do you mean? She goes, I felt so good about myself when I went to my interview. I said, you're gonna hire me, and they did. So it's that kind of putting that in somebody, in their heart, and letting them know that they don't only look good, they should feel good, and they're worth it that way.
When we asked Devlin what he likes to do when he's not making someone look awesome, we found him to be just as passionate about his hobby as he is about hair. When you're not working and making people feel good.
Light it up, let's ride a motorcycle. I love riding. You know, this time of year, I rode a bunch in the winter. I like horsepower, I like the wind in my face, you know, I like being with good friends, you know, and just going and turning on my music and putting my mind out somewhere.
Rockstar has everything from extension specialists to nail technicians. They celebrate color at the color bar and give Rockstar head massages in the lather lounge. Everyone who works there is referred to as a personal attention giver. We love to learn the secrets of success from business owners, and I think this one is pretty obvious.